Kind of remind me, because I once I get everyone set up and everyone thinks working, I don't think to turn it on.
So we'll just remind the teacher. We actually were talking for like 13 minutes or something. Anyway.
All right.
Okay. So for consideration, the little video, they're actually really good, and it explains it clearly, all the different steps. But consideration is basically, it is an exchange for promise. So it showed the example of like a guy asking his friend to paint his fence. And it was a consideration when she's like, I'll do it for $100. And he said, okay, yeah, deal. And because they both decided that there was an exchange. And so that's like what a consideration is when something is, both parties agree and exchange money or something else.
Yeah.
So,
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when it talked, the example I used for past consideration, even though it's considered, it says it has the word consideration in it, it's considered not one because it was after she received the dance lessons when she's like, you know what, that was great, I'm going to pay you for it. So it's something like if someone already did something and then you say you're going to pay them for it, it's not consideration because it has to be decided before anything is done.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So.
All right. Should we start filling this out then?
Oh yeah.
Can you guys see that?
Yes.
All right. Benjamin, how do I get the link from this? Did you just copy and paste this?
I don't know if I can get it yet. Here, let's see if I can give it to you.
So just curious, how do you share your screen so everybody can see what you see?
I don't know if I can get it yet.
On the left side, there's a green or a white arrow and a green screen. It says screen share.
Ah.
It's not always there. Sometimes you have to, put your mouse over it to see it.
Here's the link. I sent it in the chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. Wait.
So Benjamin, I saw you drinking there, and I was just thinking. So did BYUI? Are they doing caffeinated beverages now too, or is that just BYU?
BYU and LDSBC.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm a train wreck without Diet Coke in the morning. I'm so tired, out of it. Awful.
Oh, is that what that was? I didn't see it. To me, it looked like a beer. I was just, no, I'm just kidding.
I wish.
This is recorded. Don't forget.
Who cares? What are they gonna do? Kick me out?
Hey Benjamin, what's your last name? Or sorry, Jennifer.
Oh, Curtis. Curtiss. It's a little funny. Glasses.
All right. So whose example do we want to use?
Doesn't matter. I can copy and paste mine into the contacts. Into the thingy if you want me to.
Are you going to submit it for consideration and when there's no consideration too?
You what? So what one do you want? I didn't queue. What's going on?
Oh, I thought you were sorry. So obviously, let's not use mine for when there's no consideration. Does anybody want to use someone else's or?
Yeah, you can just put this one on. I don't care.
That chat works pretty good.
Works out.
Yeah, it works.
Booyah.
That's smart to paste it in the group chat. That's good to know for future reference.
Yeah.
All right, does that look good?
Yeah, maybe just capitalize Sue.
All right, there.
Yeah, she's gonna find all my spelling mistakes,
Well, no, I was just thinking because of all words, like we're suing people, you know. You want
Oh no, that is true.
they know it's a name, not the John suing someone.
That's funny. Okay, so explanation of the example. Yeah, the first one's an actual contract. There's an agreement of the selling price. It's funny, I wrote this example and then I went online and started looking at cars. I'm like, I want to sell my car and buy a new one. There's a snowball effect for the rest of the day. So there's the car.
What else?
I think that's good. Well, given, yeah, and then that would be the contract and consideration would be the car is valued at 10,000 due to
Or maybe John the exchange, something about John exchanged his car to Sue, or John gave Sue his car in exchange for $10,000.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. There's the contract. I don't know. Does it make sense at all?
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
All right, so for the no consideration, we put there.
There was no exchange. Sue, I don't know. Sue just received the car for free, or
Yeah, there's no exchange, so there's no contract, maybe.
or there's no no consideration, no actual exchange. Parties.
What else do you think?
Then you put like an end result, no contract or consideration is implied, maybe.
I just realized, were we supposed to, I feel like in the past somewhere we would put, you know, what our example was, like, where we actually put, give an example of when there is and is not consideration for a contract. Is that supposed to be in the example part?
I'm confused what you're asking.
Yeah. Say that again.
No, maybe, no, never mind. Maybe, I was thinking, I couldn't remember if last time we had to put somewhere what we were supposed to do, like group 2, give an example of when there is and is not consideration for a contract. But you know what, maybe not.
Well, you can put that under your example just so that we, which would probably be helpful when he tries to grade it.
To show what we were, we were trying to.
Yeah, here's
What
that.
our assignment was.
There's that. That's what she's saying. Put on top of it.
Yeah, although
Sorry, I was working on this. What was that?
that's pretty obvious what you have there, so maybe we don't need to.
And I'm sure he's got a list somewhere of group
Yeah.
2 supposed to do this.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
All right.
All right, so for a quiz question, should we say?
I hate these things.
Hey, we've done good on our last ones. He like commented when he gave us the grade.
Yeah.
He's like, "Nice work, good job."
I hate those comments because I feel they're all fake.
Hey, I don't care. I'll take a fake nice work any day.
I guess.
At least it's not
Hey,
a
nice
fake, like you're stupid or something.
That would be something, though, you know?
That would be hurtful.
Might be true though.
Probably.
Okay, question. Do we want to use our example again, or do we want to pull a whole new one? I don't care. Let me see.
We could do which of the following, or which one is an example of consideration for a contract, and then we can give 4 examples.
Yeah.
We could use yours as, oh yeah, and we can use like one that's not a consideration we could use, and then
We can come up with another one.
Yeah.
Because something that was interesting in the textbook, it talks about consideration. So if like I try to sell a pencil for $50, there's no consideration because that's like 500 times the market price, and no contract would abide by selling a pencil for $50. Which is kind of interesting. We could do as an example something on the sorts.
okay. I'm looking at this where it says, what is adequate consideration? Usually a court will not evaluate the adequacy of consideration. In other words, if 2 parties make a deal, it will not be struck down because the court feels that the consideration is inadequate or unequal. So kind of what you were talking about.
Yeah. So on page 106, they give that pencil example.
So for our correct answer, we just do the same one for consideration. Yeah.
Yeah.
John gave Sue his cost of $10,000.
I thought the past consideration was kind of interesting. I didn't know that was it. You could do that.
Well, it's saying like it doesn't
But if
count.
No, but if a doctor comes up to you and helps you, and then they can bill you,
Yeah, that was weird.
and then but they have to bill you for the market price. They can't bill you for their $1,000 an hour. That was just like, I was like, I didn't ask for your help. I was unconscious.
That's just kind of weird. You saved my life. Yeah, you owe me $1,000 now. I mean, that's just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, what if you wanted to die?
Yeah, what's up?
Someone didn't watch The Incredibles.
Oh, that's right.
But the Good Samaritan law would protect him, so.
No, I know, against that exact thing.
Well, does the Good Samaritan law count if you're asking for payment after you save a life?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that really Good Samaritan? No, you're charging.
Yeah. Making
Charging for his time, not his service. No.
That is true. It's payment. So if you spend like 3 hours helping this guy, it's like, hey,
Man, I could have been making money in my job. Instead, I had to save your life. Not worth my time.
so rough.
It's compensation.
I guess a little bit, but I think it's a little bit.
I mean, I would assume blessings would be your compensation.
I feel it's a little cheap. A little cheeky to ask for it. I can't think of a word.
I agree.
Okay, where are we at on the example? What do you need from us?
So we need a wrong answer. 3 wrong answers.
I'm gonna put my wrong answer on here if you want to use it.
Your consideration example?
The one that's not a consideration. Because we already have your consideration.
So, do we need to say which one has consideration for a binding contract, or which one, like, is consideration a verb or a noun? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying it's wrong. It just sounds, using the word consideration as a noun sounds weird.
I think obviously to consider is a verb. I think consideration that's a noun.
So is it right? Which one?
Which one is consideration?
Well,
the binding contract.
Just put which example instead of which one.
Yeah. Well, the example that we're supposed to follow, the way he worded it, he put, give an example of when there is and is not consideration for a contract. So
Yes, that sounds fine.
Okay, there you go. It just didn't sound right. Sorry. Wasting your time. So it is an example of past consideration. We need to get rid of that.
And so
Well,
that's
in the feed, so that bottom part would cut and paste into the wrong answer feedback, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So cut out where it says this is not an example. Yeah. You're doing a good job, Quinn.
Yep. Looks good.
You have 3
You guys are
people
making me-
evaluating
you guys are making me nervous.
Hey, I felt the same way the first time I did it. I don't know if I want to share my screen. Okay. So Quinn, did you have an example on yours that was good for not consideration?
No, mine was the one about Bill and Joe talking
Okay.
about leasing or using a snowblower and leaf blower in exchange.
Well, we can do the example of like, you could say someone sells. I'm looking at a Diet Coke. That's what I'm thinking about it. Sells a soda for $500, and that would be not consideration because it's way over the market price.
Sure.
Someone tries to sell it for $500 or sells it.
Well, if someone sells, if a person contracts to buy, so you could say a person contracts to buy a soda for $500.
But according to this, it's saying that the court, they're not going to evaluate whether it's they feel it's overpriced or not. It's saying adequate. It's it was saying that usually a court will not evaluate the adequacy of consideration. So in other words, if 2 parties make a deal, it will not be struck down because the court feels that consideration is inadequate or unequal. So to me, that means it's saying you can try selling something for $500.
Yeah, as long as you find somebody dumb enough to buy that Coke.
If 2 people that are going to make an exchange, then you've got consideration for a contract.
Yeah, that's how I understand it too.
So, but I mean,
You could do another one like,
Oh,
are we allowed to use examples from the book?
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
But any promise that is made as a gift is not considerable. So
Yeah. Oh, that's right. There was that one about money. Oh, what did it say about?
it's all about money.
Well, no, the one about. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it?
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, where'd it go? It's. I was thinking there was that one about like if you say you're going to sell a house to someone for 200,000, and then they decide to give, they'll say, well, I'll give you 175,000, and then they accept that, but I forget what that was. But here's some of these other examples, or one is like doing what one is bound to. So an agreement to do one's duty is not consideration. It says here, if a person already has a contract, like if an airline pilot who promises to land the plane or safely for a frightened passenger who offers him $1,000 cannot claim the reward. He is already obligated to land the plane safely. So we could show an example of that where, so we could use do something like a police officer or fireman, saving someone's life from a fire or saving him from being kidnapped or something. And then that person trying to pay the officer money for it.
Yeah,
So you could say like,
Joe's house catches, here we go. Joe's house catches on fire. Yeah, and so someone from the, fireman or firefighter saves their life. It extinguishes the fire within 10 minutes. Is that what you're saying?
Or something like that. Within 10 minutes and saves the house.
Oh, I see.
Saves his house.
Fire with 10 minutes.
so it's within, not with.
Yeah, within 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You're fine.
10 minutes. So
Yes,
everybody wants to pay the firemen by giving them each $500.
Okay.
Does that
Yep.
sound good, or?
sounds great.
So it's not there's no consideration due to it being a gift.
Well,
And
it says
due to-
it's doing what one is bound to do.
It's
and it's duty.
the fireman's job.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that one's more than a gift example because they've already done the service. But if you would have come up and said, "Hey, I'll give you $500 to
Oh.
take care of my house," then they're doing it for the money, and then there's no consideration because it's a duty. But now at this point, it's a gift.
Well, so should we change it a little bit? Like when they get there, Joe says, if you can save my house, I'll give you $500.
Yeah, let's say that because that way it's a matter of duty and not a matter of a gift.
Okay. And then he's, doing what one is bound to do. So Joe's house catches on fire. When the firemen arrive, he tells them he'll give them $500 each if they can save his house before it burns down or something.
Yeah.
So you have to take out and extinguishes the fire because he's going to have to tell them before they extinguish the fire that he'll pay him
Right.
if he can save the house.
Yeah.
He bribes or he offers? What do you think?
He offers.
Yeah, he offers them. Yeah, that's good.
That's good. I think that's good right there. I mean, it doesn't really matter what happens.
That's good.
Well, do we need to say to make it look like it was an exchange? They put the fire out, or they saved the house, or something.
Oh, so they saved the house.
So it looks like kind of like a consideration, but it's not. I don't know.
So they agree and save the house.
Yeah.
I feel the exam was nitpicky like this.
Those things, that's true. Maybe I didn't read it very good, but I don't think we went over it. But okay, no consideration is given because it's the duty of
the firemen are bound to do their job.
Gotcha. It's a duty of the firemen. Simple.
Yeah. It's their duty, not. Yeah, an agreement to do one's duty is not consideration.
Oh, we need one more example.
Jeez. It is very fireman dictate. Yeah, looks good.
Oh, we can use my other.
Yeah.
Example. I was thinking we needed one more, but that one works.
Yeah, that one works too. I was thinking that we should use yours as well.
Yeah.
Is it 3 wrong answers or 4?
3.
3 wrong answers, 1 right.
3 wrong, 1 right.
Okay, so yeah, so let's use your last one and then we'll be done. So is it cold in Idaho right now?
Yeah, it's like 36, I think. My window's wide open, but
it's what is it?
Oh, it's only 46. It's warm today. Toasty.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
How warm is it there?
Well, when I was out this morning, it was in the 50s. Let's see, what is it right now? It's oh no, that's Provo. It's like, okay, it's 69 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Benjamin, are you on campus or where are you at?
Yeah, I'm on campus.
Oh, okay. I thought you were in Texas, I assume.
Because he's got the flag behind him.
Yeah.
Just flag.
He took a little bit of Texas with him.
Yeah,
That's right.
got it.
There's nothing like Texas pride.
Gotta
One
have
thing
it.
I've learned, Texas pride is it's everything.
No, I don't. I still have my Texas plates. You know, I want everyone to know.
Isn't that wasn't there a skit on what are they called? What's the comedy? Studio C.
Oh,
Didn't they do a Studio C about Texas pride?
I don't know. I don't watch Studio C. You should find it and then send
Well,
it to me.
well, because it was people from different states, and they were kind of, you know, what those states were known for. So, anyways, it was funny.
That's funny. That's pretty. All right.
Are we going to use your example, Benjamin?
Yeah, let's just copy and paste that. John says he gives Sue a car.
No.
You could say because she has a nice smile, and then we can say we use part of yours, Quinn.
Which one's that?
Part of yours talked about smiling, so I said, you know, we could add that. And said she has a nice smile, and that's why. Yeah, but anyway.
Okay. So, feedback for this answer.
There's no exchange.
Yeah, no exchange of services, therefore no no form of consideration.
No form.
Perfecto. Examples in bold, but everything else looks good.
Oh, I see.
Oops. All right.
I hate not posting it myself because then I have that like one thing that says I have to do always.
Do you have like the Now I Know thing?
What do you mean?
Oh, like in your weekly folder? Yeah.
Well, there's that like things to do for the week, yeah, and then there's always the one that I can't get rid of, and it drives me crazy.
Isn't that one you can just check? I think I just checked that off, knowing when
No,
you guys are.
it's a dot you have to open in. If you
Oh,
don't
it's the
submit
dot.
it, yeah, I hate it.
Then I submit this under weekly study group assignment or weekly study group. Which one is it?
Yeah. One sec, let me open it and get to it. Week 4 submission group presentation. Yeah, weekly study group.
There's also the weekly study group assignment. Oh, that's the.
That's just a check mark.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Did you guys hear they're making another island next semester?
Oh, of course.
They keep changing.
I think they.
I don't know
just, what happened? Let's go back to 2.0, yeah.
Like the
2.0 is
iPhone.
where it's at.
Any more updates? I just.
Yeah, it seems like every semester they like change it so much so you don't know what you're doing again.
I heard the next one's dramatic. Like, it's a change.
Why do they keep changing it? Like, what's
I was
wrong?
gonna say it's working fine. Each one has been fine. I don't know.
Jennifer, did you ever work on 2.0?
Yes, I did.
That was the best. Because
Yeah.
all the homework was right there. It was obvious. It was kind of low quality, but it was obvious.
Yeah.
All right. So switch over to the Google Drive.
Okay.
I think we're done. This is pretty much. So did we not have enough percentages to do defendant answers?
No, I think.
Defense.
What?
No. So did you get? I sent out a text. I had worked a little bit on the PowerPoint, and then I just like made up different slides and said, "How about one person just grabs one, and then each person just fill out one slide."
Yeah, I did get a text, but I was driving potato truck till 1 in the morning, so I didn't end up working on it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. So that's okay. So then that's just yours. That. Can you? Is there a way to pull that up so we can look at it?
Yeah. Oh, wrong color. I was trying to match the color sheet. Let me. I think it's going to be this screen. I was trying to change this color to match, and I picked one that's way off.
Well, you know, I just thought, okay, Pepsi, they're like blue, red, and white. So I just did like, you know, blue for the type, but I don't know if it.
Sure.
So the first page looks good. I like how you put that advertisement in. I need to go back and watch.
I was curious if you could find the commercial. So when I saw it, I'm like, oh, we should actually put that on there so people can see what the commercial looked like back then.
Yeah, because the description's okay, but I need to go watch it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
no.
did you guys YouTube it?
Come again?
Yeah. Did you guys watch it on YouTube? It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't watch it. I just read it.
Well, you can click on that video right there and watch it.
Hey, perfect.
Oh, let's see that. Okay.
So, and then, so I did the plaintiff's complaint, but like I originally wrote it on one slide, and I just felt like it was too big, so I tried to separate it. But now I think it looks silly. So,
well, no, I mean, you could, if you need 2 slides, you could even put up top like continued, like so they know it's continuing. Well, if you need to do that, I don't know. What do you guys?
I think it looks good, kind of how you have it, just because, I mean, you have plaintiff's complaint, so if it's a big complaint, 2 slides, it's on both of them.
Okay. And I just kind of told the rest of the whole story. about the points. He raised the money. He followed their rules. They rejected it. And then he threatened with an attorney, to threaten to file appropriate action against Pepsi. So then I was thinking of the defendant's answer in defense. You would kind of take it, whoever's doing that would take it off from that last bit. And by what I understand, we have to do a little bit of research on that part just to kind of see how it all panned out.
Well, it shows it on the, on the paper, because when I was like, okay, how to divide up these slides, I did it because it shows a plaintiff's effort to read. Hold on, let's see. I printed it out because I have to like read it, not on the screen. Oh, so there's on page 4, it says defendant's advertisement was not an offer.
Page 4 of what, sorry?
Oh, sorry. Oh, so you're looking up there. Actually, maybe even before that. I figured, with that one slide, I gave a little bit of background in that, but then really the rest of it comes from when you say what their complaint was, and then the defense explaining why they weren't going to pay. And so that's what'll go in that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll kind of say like it wasn't in the paper that they sent out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even though it was on commercial, that was just to make it a funny commercial.
Yeah, and it says it right in there. So yeah, so just putting it just like you said in your own words, because the defendant wrote a letter back saying, it's not part of this collection. It was just for entertainment. This is a big misunderstanding. So just referring to the defendant's, trying to think.
Okay, so basically this last slide, the one that says Pepsi stuff, is really more the defendant's answer, and because I say Pepsi reject.
Oh, you did.
So I don't know if I might have stepped over what I was supposed to do. It is what it is, but I want to make sure.
Well, we can just make that the defendant's. The only thing is you mentioned it says plaintiff and attorney sent a response demanding for the check. So I don't know if you read, but the very first letter that he sent it already securing counsel. So he sent that first letter off knowing that there'd probably be an issue with it. And so
because he already had his lawyer lined up and everything.
He already had his lawyer lined up. Yeah, it says.
Oh, no, yeah. He sent a letter. So it says right here that he was sending a letter, right? And then the item you have requested is not part of Pepsi. So Pepsi replies on May 7th saying, no, you can't do that. So then on May 14th, him and an attorney reply saying, I'm sorry, this is unacceptable. You clearly say that in your commercial. I have an attorney basically, and I'm demanding that you resolve this. If you don't do it within 10 days, we're going to file a proper complaint.
Right. Just go farther up on March 27th, 1996.
Yeah, no, he sent that letter.
Yeah, and with that letter, it said the plaintiff submitted an order form and the check, and then it says plaintiff appears to have been represented by counsel at the time he mailed his check.
Yeah.
The check was drawn on an account of plaintiff's first set of attorneys. So he already had attorneys in place and everything when he sent the letter.
Okay.
So that's just because I think you mentioned in your thing, it made it sound like he got a lawyer after they responded, and that wasn't the case. He had one from the very beginning.
Okay.
So he knew what he was doing. He was just seeing if he could get away with it.
I want to know how he got 700,000 that fast.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
He just started to raise up and got 700,000. I was like, if I had 700,000, I wouldn't spend it all on court cases. I'd just go buy my own jet.
Well, those
his jet cost like $23 million. So
yeah.
It's pennies.
You know what though? I wonder. He got that money that fast. I wonder if he hadn't. It said he was a business student. He probably figured out that there was a loophole, and he probably went to attorneys right away. Some who had money, and they were like, "Oh man, that's a great case. Yeah, let's get people to give you money and let's get this going." So I wonder if it was because the lawyer saw an opportunity to make money that maybe.
Yeah, true. He kind of for thought of suing them.
Yeah, because they would have made, they would have taken a percentage of his makings if he had gotten a Harrier jet.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
He would have just sold it. He was just buying it to make money.
Yeah.
I would have at
Maybe
least
or fly it. Wouldn't maybe.
Say it again.
I said or fly it himself. Fly it to school.
Yeah, you can't fly that thing. And his attorney. So
nice.
I don't know if we want to take this
And make it,
because right here I said properly following the rules in the catalog. He also used 15 points and filed the order form and sent it to Pepsi. Clinton and his first attorney filed the money, the letter, and the points. I don't know if we just want to.
well, the complaint is just saying, well, no, let's see. So you gave the background, and then the complaint would be how Pepsi respond. Wait, no. How would you do that? Because wouldn't the answer?
Because his complaint doesn't kick in until
Oh, that's right.
he
His
officially.
Yeah.
Is that
You could say, and the points, requesting a carrier jet in return. Not
Okay, so you've given the background, and then, yeah, you're right. His complaint wouldn't come until, that's why you put in the Pepsi rejected his order, because now he's got to file before, even though he had an attorney, nothing had happened yet.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
So you're right by putting his complaint is they said that he could have this, and then they didn't follow through.
Okay. So then,
So then the answer,
yeah, Riley would take this and just say, I guess you're probably going to have to go back and say Pepsi rejected his request. And then I guess we're going to have to figure out what happened because I don't know what happened in the end. I didn't really listen to that.
yeah.
In the end, Pepsi won.
Right. Because they showed that, like it says in the book, advertisement is not an offer. The defendant's advertisement was not an offer, and that's why they didn't accept it.
Yeah, but then you also have to watch out for fish and hook. But I don't think fish and hook applied to here. Oh, fish and bait.
On the next slide, I kind of talked about that.
Okay,
oh, yeah.
let me.
I didn't read yours. That's right. You did the verdict.
Did I mess this up? I accidentally touched something.
Oops.
I think I screwed it up.
There you go.
I think I pushed it all over somehow.
What are you doing, Benjamin?
Fixing it. I accidentally controlled something and it just did that. I have no
Oh,
There.
idea.
Quinn had it perfect.
Were they all pushed over, Quinn?
No, I think that's right there.
Okay.
Oh,
That
there you go.
works.
Two major.
Okay.
record.
Yeah, so you explain what's going on. That's good.
The verdict was, I don't know, it was kind of hard to understand what they some of the reasoning on the very end, but that's what I got out of it. Was there anything else? Any other reasons they decided that way?
Maybe just adding where it talks about in the book about an advertisement does not consider an offer. Let me see where that is. Kim Rice.
It says right here under let's see, the fourth bullet point.
Oh, does it? Did I miss that?
So I have a suggestion. I wonder if we should take slide 5 out completely. And just go from the plaintiff's complaint and then go to the verdict because it's kind of obvious right here that they're going to go to court, file an appropriate action against Pepsi. And then, because in this slide, all we would say is Pepsi decides to take him to court. So I feel like it's a waste. It's too much stuff, and then just go straight to the verdict, and then just add what the textbook says, and just make the verdict 2 slides.
Okay.
Yeah.
That way, it just kind of looks a little more.
Or we could just we do that. Or plaintiff delete that slide like you said, and then with the other one we could put maybe plaintiff's complaint and defendant's answer. Or
Yeah, right here.
don't know.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks
I
good.
just don't think we need to over. We're here now. Let's just get rid of. Let's just be done with.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So
Okay. And then I did the gospel application. So I don't know. You guys can tell me if you agree with it, if I should take something out. To get there.
I don't know how to use this program.
Yeah.
Are you just trying to delete that slide?
No, I did. I'm trying to just center this, make this look the same. So, Quinn, I don't know how you want to pull that all down.
Wait, why are you pulling it down? Can't it just stay there?
Oh, I thought we were going to add the quote from the textbook
Oh,
about advertisement.
oh.
Wait, doesn't he have that already though?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's in there.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
In
got
the fourth
Then I'm good.
bullet point.
Okay. The gospel.
That's a lot. I need to probably condense that.
Yeah. I think it's perfect. It's kind of hard to like to write the quote and then explain it back without using a lot of words. And I think it's a good example of like, you know, the United States is such a sue happy company. I mean, a sue happy nation, and we could do a little bit more like President Uchtdorf says and just forgive each other and move on. Yeah, set aside old grudges. I like it.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Okay.
Perfect.
So, I guess Riley, if you don't mind exporting it,
Yeah.
and posting it,
Sure.
that can be your contribution. I mean, I think.
Yeah, sorry I didn't help. I was working yesterday when I got.
Oh, you're fine. It's life. I just.
Yeah.
So
Do we want to do like an audio file with it, like he talks about, or do you just want to submit it as is?
I would submit it as is, but.
All right.
What are you guys' thoughts?
I think as long as they understand it, and I think one group did that last week, and he said good job on their.
On the
Good.
PowerPoint. Yeah, because I saw one with the PowerPoint, and I saw one that, like you were talking about, they did a PowerPoint while they were talking. I thought there was going to be like an 8th or 7th slide with you two doing the puppet show and explaining how everything worked out. But
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we still need to do that, Riley.
yeah, or a song. You could sing a song, you know, about Pepsi.
That'd be terrible. I don't know how to do it.
You can be my backup dancer.
Dancer all through Google Hangouts.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm fine with whatever.
I'm satisfied with it.
All right, sounds good. Yeah. How do you get that video to play? Do you just right click and?
Well, when I did, you just click right on it. Is it working? Or do you want to, Benjamin? You want to pull it up so everyone can see it real quick? It's not very long.
Yeah, I don't know how clear it's gonna be. I just want to see how it works because I was actually trying the same thing.
And you couldn't get.
Oh, you just gotta go to like present. So it's.
Oh
actually,
yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, it automatically. Okay, cool.
And it automatically plays.
I don't know if you can hear it.
Wow, the graphics are so great in the 90s.
Hey, that's my time. Leave it alone.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can't really hear it.
That hair.
I know.
That is awesome hair.
He's still drinking Pepsi.
It looks better when you look at it on your own, not through Google Air. I know.
Yeah.
There it goes. You know, they ended up changing that commercial, and they kept it, but they changed the what did it say, 7 million or 700,000 points? What did it say, 7 million? They changed it to like 7 trillion or something. So, so they kept the commercial and just changed it.
See if you can raise this.
Yeah, sucks to be you.
Well, and I was looking into it, and some people, you know, one advertisement guy, he was like, I would have ran with it. I would have given the guy let him ride on a Harrier jet or do something, you know, take it to your advantage and make the best of it. Anyway, but yeah. Okay. Well, so next week, you want to go back to 10 o'clock or?
That sounds great. That sounds beautiful.
Yeah. Riley, you need your sleep. If we're going to be doing potatoes at late at night, we don't want you waking up too early.
Either way, I'm good either way.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay. I'll turn it in and we're good.
All right.